Hey guys, welcome. In this lesson, we're gonna learn about how to analyze statistic and data. We're gonna learn about how to do that and how do we make the best decision out of it. Okay, so basically, we're gonna learn about how to read all of the data and use it to our advantage, and we're gonna learn about supply and demand, and we're gonna learn about how can we find products that are profitable, that have the best success rate, and the best percentage of it being actually sold. Okay, so um, what you need to know is you can't trust your emotions when you do market research. Market research is based on facts and maybe a little bit of emotions, but basically it's based on facts, and that's what you're gonna learn in here, and that's what you're gonna use throughout your whole market research and work with Zik Analytics. So we're gonna dive right into this. First of all, I want to start with a little exercise. If we had two listings of iPhone 6 which are being sold at $350 and were sold 4 times in the last month, okay, that means two sales each. One seller sold it 2 times and the other one also sold it 2 times. If we join this competition, will we have a chance of selling the item? What is the chance basically, is it low or is it high? Okay, so I'm gonna answer this. The chance is very high. Okay, according to this result, we have a very high chance because there are more buyers than sellers. Okay, hope that's understandable. Now you need to remember, statistics is science and numbers are the way we can measure success rate. Okay, so we're gonna dive right into reading all of the statistics, and you're gonna learn how to use it in your market research. So first of all, the first thing we need to do is we need to learn is the sell-through. Okay, the goal of the sell-through is to show us the level of demand. The formula of the sell-through is sales, divide the sales by the listings and multiply it by 100, so that's the sell-through. Okay, so let's take for example, we have 100 listings and 200 sales. Okay, so the sell-through is 200. Okay, that's an example. When the sell-through is higher than 100%, that means we have more demand than competition. Okay, so the recommended sell-through is for a niche. For a niche, it's 500 percent and above, and for a product is 100% and above. Okay, I hope that's clear. The next thing we have here is successful listings. Okay, so the formula of successful listings is the listings that were actually sold. Okay, you divide it by the all of the listings and you multiply it by 100. So that makes the successful listing percentage. So for example, if you have 100 listings and 30 of them were actually sold, that means you divide 30 by 100 and you multiply it by 100, and the result is 30%. Okay, so the goal of the successful listings is to measure our success rate. Okay, how much success rate percentage our listings have to sell with the current competition. The recommended successful listings are for a niche is 50% and above, and for a product is 30% and above. Okay, I hope that's clear. The next and last thing we have right here is the average price product. Okay, so the formula is the sum of all transactions. The sum of all transactions, you divide it by the number of transactions and you get the average product price. So let's take for example, you take a niche or product, never mind what. So in the last month, the revenue of all the transactions is 100. Okay, and basically you had only 10 transactions, just for the sake of an example. So you have 100 divided by 10. Okay, the result is $10. So $10 is the average price. Basically it's higher numbers than that usually, but just for an example, so it'd be easier to calculate. So we calculate the average selling price so we can figure out how can we price our item, okay, alongside the competition. Of course, it's the best to be cheaper than the average price, but it's not a must. You don't have to do that to sell. When our product gives a higher value, we can demand a higher price than the average price. Okay, so remember that if our product offers higher value, if it's better than the others, we can price it higher than the average price and we still will be able to sell. Okay, so I want to recap a little bit. Okay, we have three very important statistics. We have the sell-through, okay, which is the sales divided by the listings multiplied by 100, and that's the sell-through, okay, that shows us the level of demand. Next we have the successful listings, which shows how much percentage do we actually have to sell our item if we join the competition. So that's all the listings that were sold. You divide it by all of the listings and you multiply it by 100. The next and the last one is the average product price, which you take the revenue of all the transaction, you divide it by the number of transactions, and you get the average product price. So this is all the data you need to know to actually work with Zik and to find your products and to make them profitable. Okay, so in the end of this mini course you're gonna be a market research expert with all the tools we are giving you, and I hope that lesson was clear. Thank you very much.